Phil Cohen here, Cohen on Content and all things digital with Rob Winston at the Customer Engagement Technology World. This is special. This is special. Rob is wearing a tie. I don't think anyone has ever seen Rob in a tie. Did you rent that?
I actually borrowed it from my big brother. He decided to make me look sharp for the show, and so I decided to actually wear it and freak people out.
Just so you understand that surveyors and auditors in that dry world really do have a sense of humor. Rob is with Arbitron, and as you know, Arbitron is the gold standard for measurement in our industry, in digital out of home. But Rob, we've been talking to a lot of guys that, especially Keith Kelson with his, the 5 screens now, the one message and one mission and like that. How is there a way, and if there is, are you guys developing or implementing the protocols to be able to measure multiple screens? The one message, one mission thing, and how does that work for us?
I think there's 2 parts to that. One is the actual measurement and the understanding that most of where media is going and most of where advertising is looking for is multiple platforms and cross-platform. So the challenge has always been, can you take one research methodology and apply it across multiple media to create a single data set?
And can you?
You can. You can. It's a little tricky and it's still in development. For Arbitron's perspective, we use our portable people meter technology, which is a multimedia capture system, but it doesn't work for all different media. So a lot of times what you do is you grab different pieces from different methodologies and then you end up fusing them together. But the key is to try to get the relationships between how people are using different media, how they're impacted by different media, and ultimately how to leverage that interaction in order to put together more effective advertising and marketing strategies.
In our sales, as you know, we're ad supported. The CPM model, the cost per thousand model, which has been used by television forever, is used in digital signage. What's the model that's used in the smartphone, in the little screen, the mobile screen? Is it the same? Is it the CPM, or is it something different?
Well, right now there's a lot of excitement about cell phone and a lot about social media, but there's really no metrics that are standardized around it. CPM is used because it's very, very convenient. It does allow you to look at different media from the same kind of measurement. Is it the most effective for the different media? Well, quite frankly, no, and I think anyone would tell you that. But it is the easiest way to try to incorporate different media into a single look, so you could say, okay, I'm going to do this for TV, and that's roughly the equivalent of this in radio, and roughly the equivalent of this in digital signage. So it's really about convenience and about speaking the same language in order for the flow of dollars to come through.
I know that if we try to go to an agency or a major advertiser, I'm not talking about Joe's Dry Cleaners, I'm talking about a Procter & Gamble, you're not going to get to a brand, you're not going to get to their agency and get a presentation put together that doesn't have the CPM in it.
Right.
And then you have to have the metrics to support the CPM, and you have to have the research from which you develop the metrics. But we're doing cross-platform now, so they're measuring their TV, we're measuring our digital out of home, you measure our networks, and now we're doing this texting and downloading of coupons, if downloading is the right word, of coupons and more messaging and video onto the smartphone by, what is that, from just clicking from our digital signage.
Right.
You guys have to measure that.
Yep.
Now, what's a network? I can answer that question. A network that doesn't have it is not going to sell any advertising. I understand. What are you guys doing, if anything, to teach the networks how to sell that if they haven't been doing it before? And are you doing the same thing for the agencies to teach them how to buy it? Because they don't know how to buy this stuff.
I think when it comes to advertising networks, the key thing is, and I tell this to all of my clients and businesses, we really want to help you just make enough money so you can grow and stay in business and profit. But that starts with providing the base metrics of CPM. Now, some of the things that you're doing and that we're seeing when you start bringing in mobile, that now becomes part of the sales presentation and the value prop for the advertisers and agencies. So one of the things that we're doing is teaching folks you got to start with the basics. You have to start with these CPMs, but now by bringing in these other elements of cross-platform, you're raising the value of what you're bringing to the table. That allows you to get larger shares of the buy, higher cost per thousands, higher CPM rates, and renewals. Now, from the measurement side, what we try to do to document that is doing brand effectiveness studies and the like, and I know we do a lot of those, because now it's not just about, okay, you ran this spot on our network and it delivered X, sales lift or brand perception.
Right.
It's now we did this that included the digital signage piece and the mobile integration piece and maybe a static integration piece and maybe a social networking piece. And together this mix provided these kinds of results. So now when you do work with us, meaning Care or another customer who's doing that, you've now got, all right, here's our base numbers, but really here's the total package of what we bring to the table for you that's going to allow you to accomplish these things, and it helps out in the sales process.
Rob, is there either an Arbitron's website or some textbook website? Because people don't want to go to the library and take out a book.
Right.
They want to be able to go online and see this. Is there somewhere that explains all of these different terms and how they can work together?
There's quite frankly, no, and part of the reason why is a lot of the work we do is proprietary. So the types of things that we do with our clients, I can't necessarily share results or applications with everybody else without their permission. However, what we are doing is we do have a training program where we do share the concepts about how this stuff is done, how to measure it, and how to sell with it. In addition, we are in conversations, and again, you've been a leader of this and working to drive us as well, to start developing a program for the ad agencies.
Right.
And we think that's going to go a long way to get them beyond just, I don't know this medium, I don't understand this medium, here's how you use it. But the short answer is no, there's not a
okay, so maybe that's something that we can motivate our online publisher friends to help with. Maybe a daily do, although they're more news and editorial. Or,
right.
Maybe one of them. You know what? I'm going to wander around and put some of the Godfather leverage on. Maybe we can get somebody to get this stuff on a website where people can go on and see it and not feel like they're stepping into a quagmire for going there.
And from our standpoint, and from Arbitron's standpoint, when I do presentations and I'm on panels, my job is to help do that education. It's to say these are the types of things that can and will be done.
Right. But not everybody's going to go to your
That's true. You're right.
So we got to find something better.
We got to find something better.
Rob, thanks, man.
You got it.
Nice talking to you. Don't forget he wore a tie. I'll see you later. We'll do more of these.